Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do, and when you do, be sure and tap on the little button for the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up another video, which is very cool. If you tap on the little like thing, we like that too. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, we're back in the garage and back at it, and I swear, you know, I have no sympathy for me because I have a pretty good time. But I do know that when things get rough for some reason, if you look around you and you're having a rough time, everybody's having one. Nobody really gets singled out. I mean, I'm sure there's some rare cases, but when things are rough, they're rough. Politics are rough. Everything is a little iffy. So come along with me, and for a few minutes, let's play with my motorcycle. That's the way I get well. Anyway, what have we got going on here? Actually, you know, Babydoll was doing nothing but sitting around, and she wet sumped and did all the usual things that happen when a motorcycle sits. And Babydoll is so much fun to ride. For those of you who've never seen her, Babydoll is my 52 Panhead, and she's not a restored bike. She's not a show bike. She's just a cool old motorcycle, and I am so in love with her, I can't tell you. Anyway, I wanted to, I'm getting her going again, and in the last couple videos, I did a few things to her. I adjusted her valves, and the main reason wasn't because she needed her valves adjusted. It's because the pushrod tubes were leaking. And I realized I hadn't put new seals in those in literally years. A lot of things I haven't done to her for years. And she's just faithful and dependable and just runs and runs and runs. And boy, she run good. Anyway, so we did that. I cleaned up a few things, and now I've gotten over to the oil filter. This is a factory accessory, this oil filter. You don't see a lot of them because a lot of people just don't go to the... By the way, cameraman Mike is limping pretty good, so nothing happened on his bike. I think he got a new pair of boots that ate his foot, but anyway. So here we are. Anyway, so the thing with this filter, which I love, I just think it's a wonderful addition, if you don't have one on your Panhead, to put one on. And there are, I don't know how many companies carry these things. The reproductions look pretty much like the originals. Whoever makes the reproductions does a really good job of it. This is, however, an original. So what I'm going to do, where I'm really getting leaks, is these are weeping a little bit. These two lines here. And this one is the return line, and the other one here is the vent line. So I don't think that vent line's giving me any trouble. I think my return line is the one I want to address. So I think what I will do is get it loose and see what I can find here. Now this one is a 3/4, and this one is an 11/16. And I've got a narrow wrench if I need it for there, but I don't think I need it. So we'll take these loose. Now I wanted to mention about these, and I try to, you know, in the information I try to pass along, I try to explain how to find things. Now, when you buy one of these filters, they come with all the seals and things. But if you want to replace certain seals, you got to know how to find them in the catalogs. Now, if you go to the Harley service manual, sometimes, or the Harley parts manual, sometimes they don't even have them in there. But what I wanted was the seals, and in order to find these seals, I actually had them in my own parts room, but I had to locate them because I had them by numbers, by the parts number. And what I did was I went to the V-twin catalog. That's Ted Cycle out of New York. I went to their catalog. I got the blow-up picture of that filter, and then I was able to get the actual Harley Davidson part number. Now, depending, well, there's a cat doing something we don't want to know about. The thing about these Harley part numbers, when you deal with a bunch of different aftermarket companies, and this is not to criticize them, but they use their own part numbers, but they all refer back to the original OEM Harley number. Okay, this is a Drag Specialties package. They call it a DS174525. Okay. But the Harley OEM number, which every one of the aftermarket companies refers to too, is printed on here at the same time, which is the 63529-50, which means in 1950 was the first time they used that part. Anyway, just little clues on how to find things, as you can really get frustrated. And I get all kinds of comments from people that do get frustrated with this stuff. And don't let it frustrate you. You'll get good at it if you keep doing it. And that's really the ticket. Just keep doing it. All right, we're going to get this line off of here and put new seals on it. And then we'll put a new filter element in there. And there was one gasket I didn't have and didn't have time to get one, so I made one. So you're going to see a really goofy homemade gasket to go in that filter. But goofy is fine. Anyway. Alrighty, there that one goes. And now we'll get the other one. Pretty big wrenches for oil line fittings, but and here we go. By the way, we did go to the Born Free show in Orange County last weekend, and it was beautiful, and it was huge. That's a whole lot of people in one place, but boy, were they wonderful, and boy, was it fun, and don't you dare complain about the heat. All right.
Sure polished off a lot of lemonade.
Oh, man, did we have lemonade. And it was good lemonade. I mean, those kids were making some good lemonade. It's not hard to please me. Just give me good lemonade.
Yep.
Well, now I'm trying to figure out what I can do to loosen this and make it swivel. And I guess I'm going to have to take this one off of here. That cardboard, by the way, is my funnel for when I pull the filter loose. And all the oil goes bleh, all over the place.
It was sure good to see the swap meet back up and running.
Oh, the swap meet was wonderful. I mean, there was some really neat old stuff. And you know, I know there's a bunch of people just look at it and shake their heads and say, okay, they had a bunch of old stuff. I love the old stuff, and it's just the way, obviously I love the old stuff, but yeah, I mean the new stuff is just fine, but I get to see all that at Long Beach, and I get to see old stuff there too, so you know. All right, so let's see if I take this nut loose and let it slide down. Yeah, I'm going to have to take, I might as well just quit fooling around and get this filter off of here. Fooling around. Okay, the big trick is to take this all apart without letting it fall into this pan of old oil. He said as he almost dropped the washer. Whoops!
There it goes.
That wasn't the washer, it was a seal.
Okay.
But I'm going in after it. Okay, let's get this filter off of here. Well, all right. I always think I can outsmart these things. I think you have to be at least brighter than a piece of cardboard. All right, let's see here. Yes. There we go. There we go. And I'll get that seal out of there in a minute. So now that we have this canister off, we can do that, dump it into the pan. Okay, let's see if I can just wipe that out inside real quick and not have to deal with it anymore. That's pretty wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Wipe that up. Get a fresh one of these and wipe it up. There's my wonderful gasket I made. Well, it's not really wonderful, but it's thick enough, and the material was good. And you like the hole in the middle the way I did it? It's
Lovey-dovey.
got style. I did that with style and finesse.
Yeah.
Finesse. I always wanted to do something with finesse. Okay. Now, every time you get the little kit, they have a little seal kit for these things. And every time you get one, you get this washer gets replaced in it. But once I get that thing fitted like that, see how it's curved? It fits in here on a seal. There's a gasket seal type that goes right there, and then that goes on it, and it seals up beautifully once it's really fitted to it. So they can send me everything in the kit that they send, which is really nice. And I still keep using the same washer because this one works way good at this point. All right.
Wow, these headphones really make a difference.
The cameraman Mike has a new pair of headphones. And I don't know what that really means, but he seems to be pretty excited about them.
I can hear you perfectly clear. Besides lots of other things, including myself.
Okay, now I'm going to get this line off of here now, I think. I've just pulled it over from there, which is pretty easy now that this whole filter assembly is loosened up. But if I look at it, I can see
Yeah.
well, it's not bad really, but
It's not dirty.
it's time.
Yep.
It's time. Actually, I think it was doing its job. But it's going to do the job with a new seal now. Okay, now I want to get this off of here. All right. There's a washer there. And here it comes.
We have the fan running because it's kind of warm tonight.
Yeah, I hope that it doesn't seem to. I don't think it's irritating anyone.
It's getting a little loud.
Well, you know, we could take it down a notch,
Oh, you can keep talking.
or I could keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah.
I've had people comment about the fact that I keep talking. They want to know if I'm going to ever stop.
Nope.
I don't know. I want to know where that seal went. I got it. I got it. Only went diving once and I got it. Wow. I may have to use a new one of those. Or is that just sealant? That may just be sealant. Yeah, I think that's all that is. Maybe I'll just do it with white lithium instead. Yeah. Nah. Okay, let's get this filter off of here. And I did take the nut and washer off of it, I think. And I put it somewhere here. There's the seal and that. And that's the nut and washer. Okay. And there is the filter. And it has its little gasket on it. And I have a new filter here. And I have a new gasket for it right here. Oh, we got all kinds of goodies in here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, really, that is professionally bagged. Man. Okay. So we'll just take this, put it right on here. Look at that. It fits perfectly, just like it belongs there. Must be what happened. Okay, so we're going to put that on there. But there's something I want to do first, which is put this gasket in there. That gasket looks pretty good. And I think we're going to wipe it out real good first. And then I'll put in the new gasket. Okay. Now what we're going to do is get us some white lithium grease here. I like people who've doubted me about the white lithium grease on their making sealing up carburetors and things like that in petcocks and they've been trying it, you know.
Yeah.
And then they're going, gee, that works.
Yes, it does.
That's exactly what I did. I said, who are you kidding? That was a good buddy of mine in my old shop. I had a carburetor I couldn't seal up for nothing. And he came in and he said, don't laugh at me, but try this. And I said, I'm going to laugh at you. I'm not trying nothing. He said, try it. He was a lot bigger than me, so I did. And I didn't get hurt, and the carburetor got sealed, and all's good. Okay, so let's get this in here like this. Now I gotta tell you, I made this gasket before I took the bike apart, but I really cheated. I had another one of these filters that I brought down here and made the gasket first. It sounds funny, but I have to do some of this stuff in weird order in order to show it on videos.
Yeah.
And you know, I try not to waste too much of anybody's time.
Doing it all in one take.
And do it all in one take. You got it. But see, if I look up here with my flashlight, I can see exactly how this goes in here. And it will press in perfectly when I put the can on there. Okay, we're good. All right, thank you. And now we'll put this one back on here. I think what we're going to do is get this oil pan out of here. And that's not going to be easy. Let's see if I can do this real graceful like. That's the cool part about cardboard. You can cut it. I ran into an exhaust pipe. I was wondering, what did I hit over there? What was that? Was that a bug? Mm-hmm. Was it a big bug? Okay. Well, he's on time.
Yep.
He's that's appropriate behavior this month.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to move this over here. Excuse me, Mike. I can throw that out in the morning. Throw it out means put it in its little recycle thing. Okay, now we can put this filter on here, this filter element. It's not the element of surprise. It's the element of filtration. There we go. And we put that on there. And we put the nut and the washer on there. All right. Yourself. There it is. Now, there were holes around the top panel on this filter, and I'm sorry I didn't point them out, but the holes go to the top, and then the solid piece is on the bottom.
These?
Yes, thank you. That's exactly them. Thank you, Mike. I just all of a sudden, as I was putting this on, I was realizing that I wasn't really showing it. See, the oil comes from the engine, specifically the oil pump. The filter is mounted in the return line. So we have the feed line coming off the oil tank down here under the transmission and right here into the oil pump. Right there into the oil pump. This one is the return line from the oil pump, and it's coming out of the motor and into the filter, through the filter element, back through here, and then it takes this line right here back into the oil tank. The other line here is a big breather line from the motor that pumps right into the oil tank. And that's why when you change your oil and you fill the oil tank, you don't want to fill it too full. You have to leave room for oil returning to the tank. And remember always that the return gears in the oil pump are designed so that they return oil faster than it feeds. Just try to remember that, because what you don't want to do is overfill the tank and have no room for that oil to come back into the tank, or it's going to overfill the motor, which isn't really going to do any damage except make a mess. And you also want to leave room for the breather line that's right here, because it's going to huff air from the motor every time those pistons come down. It's going to huff more air, and that's what it does, is huff more air into that tank, and it huffs more air into the breather hose that goes out to the atmosphere. So, you know, it's kind of the American way that if a little of something is good, a lot is better.
Yeah.
And when it comes to oil, that isn't necessarily the case. Okay, so we've got this thing on here now, the filter. Now I'm going to hold it so that I don't do any damage to anything. And I'm going to get this line right here off now. And let's see what we got here. That's 11/16. I needed 3/4, which looks more like this. Yeah, it's like I say, we try to prep for these videos. One of the things I did was get the floorboard off and out of the way so I could have access to this line on the oil pump down here, which obviously I did. And here it comes.
Do you need the oil pan?
No, I don't think so. I think I can pick it up with an old rag without any trouble at all. I think. I could be wrong. That would be a first. We'd have to write that down. And no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get that turned with my fingers now. Nope. Too oily to grab with my fingers. Now everybody's going to ask what this is too, I think. That is my oil pressure sending unit. Yeah, that's not a big mess.
Same as a Volkswagen?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Which one is like a Volkswagen?
That would be the brake light switch.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Brake light switch on a later model.
Yeah.
You're just way out. You're completely out in left field.
Yep.
Okay.
That's my job.
Okay, well, you can come back to the party now. Okay. Anyway. So, what I need to do is put new seals on this line, which is not very hard to do. I'm going to put a little white lithium there. And I'm going to put a new seal on there. I'm really looking forward to riding my Panhead some more. I mean, I've been loving riding the shovel and all that, but, gee, I need to... This is really a fun motorcycle.
Yep.
And there's something really, really fun about it in the mountains. It just seems to have so much torque and get up and go in the mountains. Sometimes I think she just gets excited for some reason. You know, it's like taking your dog out to play or something.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I hope everybody could send a good thought to my dog. My puppy dog broke her toe the other day. And it's in a splint. and she can't play as much, and I can't even take her for a walk, which depresses both of us. And it's going to be a couple more weeks that she's going to have that splint on. Anyway, so everybody send her good thoughts, please.
Yes. Thank you.
I love my puppy dog. I can't help it.
That's what I got. I got sympathy pains.
Yeah?
That's why my foot hurts.
You know, it's real possible. Sonia has a lot of friends, and they just love Sonia.
That's my niece.
Yeah, well, my little kid. She really is a little kid.
Yeah.
Actually, she's a big baby, okay? That's the truth of the matter. Anyway. You know, it's funny, just about every bike shop I can think of that I ever worked at or hung out at much had a shop dog. And everybody loves the shop dog.
Yep.
Okay, again, I did more white lithium there and all that good stuff. And I'm going to push it on a little bit, and then as I tighten the nut, it will pull it on further. So, I'm going to get that one and that one lined up. Let's see if I can do that a little bit. Nope.
Need a hand?
Well, yeah, but that's all right. Okay, yeah.
Dum, 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 dum. Speak.
Speak? That's in me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get this on here. Is that the right one? Yeah. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was cross-threaded.
Yeah. Oh boy, here comes the fan again.
Really?
Yeah.
The fan, or it's because I haven't spoken in too many words, or too many?
Yeah. Now we're breaking up.
Okay. All right, so now we've got this on here, I do believe.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got to get it down and around and over to there.
Okay.
You say okay.
I'm trying to keep the sound level down.
I understand. I'm just giving you a rough time because it's my job.
Yeah. I can hear the fan come on really loud with these headphones on.
Oh, okay. Well, regardless of anything, that system is working well. And I really want to explain that I've got all of this done. It's going to go back together. This little gasket goes in the bottom. The filter is on. I've got this line to put back on the same way I got this one on. And I will push the line on real good before I tighten these big nuts to crush that rubber seal in there, which will make it seal. So I wanted to explain that. And other than that, I'd say we're about done. I'd like to just say a few words of things that I think are important. For those of you who we got to see at the Born Free show, it was great seeing you.
Yes.
For those that we didn't get to see, I'm really sorry. There was just that many people. There was so many people I was supposed to meet that we called each other when we got home. There's no cell service there,
Yeah.
so we couldn't find anybody, and it was pretty rough.
Yeah, it was weird about the cell phone service.
Yeah, but it's always been that way there. We've never had cell service there. But it was really great to see a lot of people. There were some beautiful bikes.
Yeah, that's a good.
And like I said, the lemonade was wonderful. And the swap meet was wonderful.
The fans are wonderful.
And
Oh, yeah.
the art department, Fred of the art department has come up with a new shirt for us. So I wanted, of course, to show the shirts. If you're interested in a shirt or a baseball cap, all you need to do is go to our website, which is pacificmike.com. And in the upper right-hand corner, it says Shirt Store. Click on that, and you can see our shirts. But here on the upper left of this display, look at our new shirt. I think Mike just showed it, but that's our new shirt because we got something with some color finally. Well, other than the knuckle and the panhead. But this is a lot of color, and I just like the colors. So anyway, I hope everyone else likes it. And I think that's about it for now. I don't know what's coming up next as far as events are concerned. But anyone who wants me to mention your events, just be sure and send it to me in the comments section, and I will be sure and mention it. So until next time, I'll see you out on the road.